Tokyo 2025, Alfred, Neita, and Jefferson-Wooden dominate 100m heats as Sha'Carri Fraser and Fraser Pryce also reach semis. The women's 100-meter event at the Tokyo 2025 World Championships got underway with brilliant performances as Julian Alfred, Neita, and Melissa Jefferson-Wooden dominated the heats, while Sha'Carri Fraser and Fraser Pryce also reached the semis. World leader Jefferson-Wooden set things rolling in Heat 1, clocking a very easy 10.99s for the needed victory ahead of New Zealand's Zoe Hobbs in 11.16s, while Switzerland's Geraldine Frey was third in 11.25s. The American, who's undefeated in the 100m this season, is surely the woman to beat and looked in perfect shape to win her first individual world title in Tokyo. In Heat 2, Jamaican champion Tina Clayton also ran a comfortable race, clocking 11.01s, as Great Britain's Dina Asher-Smith finished second in 11.07s and Poland's Ava Swoboda third in 11.18s. Nigeria's Rosemary Chukwuma finished fifth in 11.27s. Defending champion Richardson ran her best race of the season to win Heat 3 in an impressive 11.03s, just edging fierce rival Shericka Jackson, who settled for second in 11.04s, while Australia's rising star Tori Lewis clocked a national record of 11.08s for third. Olympic champion Alfred ran the fastest time of all heats in a very comfortable 10.93s to win Heat 4, far ahead of Switzerland's Salome Cora in 11.23s and Canada's Audrey Leduc third in 11.26s. Heat 5 produced another brilliant performance from Great Britain's Neita, who clocked a massive season's best SB of 10.94s. USA's Twana Sha'Carri was second in 11.06s, and Liberia's Thelma Davies third in 11.26s. Italy's Zainab Dasso won Heat 6 in 11.10s, just edging Great Britain's Amy Hunt to second in 11.13s, and USA's Kayla White surprisingly took the last automatic qualifying spot in 11.16s. The final heat saw an inspiring performance from veterans in the sport as Jamaican sprint legend Fraser Pryce ran 11.09s to place second behind Ivorian legend Marie-Josée Talu-Smith in 11.05s. The women's 100-meter semifinals and final will take place on Day 2 of the championship, September 14th, which is expected to be a highly anticipated watch as it's already gearing up to be one for the history books. The air in the new National Stadium of Tokyo vibrated like a struck drum. Above, a soft evening glow pressed against the last vestiges of daylight, casting a surreal light over the track. The World Athletics Championships 2025 had reached its most electric moment, the women's 100-meter heats. It wasn't just about who would qualify. It was about who would make history. The sprint lanes, flashing under synthetic LEDs, stood ready for the feet of legends and newcomers alike. And when the gun went off, they didn't just run. They transcended. The new wave, Alfred, Neita, Jefferson-Wooden rise. In the lead-up to the event, talk buzzed around seasoned icons like Sha'Carri Fraser and the ageless Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce. But tonight, it was the new wave that commanded attention. Julian Alfred, St. Lucia. Lane 4. Calm. Unflinching. Julian Alfred stood in the blocks, eyes laser-focused. Tokyo wasn't unfamiliar territory. It had been the site of the postponed 2020 Olympics. But now, 5 years later, it was a new battlefield. The gun cracked, and Alfred exploded off the line like she'd been slingshot. Her drive phase was near mechanical, efficient, brutal, smooth. She clocked a 10.85, easing in the final 10 meters. It wasn't just a win. It was a warning. "I've been preparing not just for competition," she said post-race, sweat beading her brow, "but for dominance. I respect the names around me, but I'm here to be remembered." And remembered she will be. St. Lucia had never had a sprinter like this. The island nation, barely 180,000 strong, watched with hearts pounding. Neita, Great Britain. Neita, Britain's latest sprinter-turned-superstar, brought swagger and steel. In a heat filled with hungry qualifiers, she ran a composed, confident 10.93. Neita's strength is her finish. While others might blast the first 40 meters, she builds like a storm. Tonight, She unleashed it with terrifying grace. "There's no fear anymore," she said. "Not of records. Not of names. Not of ghosts from past finals. It's all instinct now." And it showed. Neita is not just Britain's best hope. She's one of the world's most dangerous closers. Mackenzie Long, Jefferson-Wooden, USA. And then came the name that turned heads all season. Mackenzie Long, Jefferson-Wooden, a triple-barreled threat who'd emerged as an NCAA juggernaut and USA champ. The 24-year-old had been sharpening her form under the blazing Texas sun. Tonight, her 10.88 shook the stadium. Not because it was the fastest, but because it looked effortless. "I'm just grateful to be healthy and hungry," she grinned. "We train for years for 10 seconds, so I make mine count." She certainly did. The smoothness of her drive, the precision of her top-end speed. It was a masterclass. Sha'Carri and the Lioness return. While the new stars rose, the veterans still owned the spotlight. Sha'Carri Richardson, USA. Flame-haired, sharp-tongued, and always electrifying, Sha'Carri Richardson is sprinting's wild card and wild heart. After a turbulent 2024 season marred by injuries and media blow-ups, many wondered if she'd still have the fire. Tokyo got its answer, yes, and then some. Running in Heat 3, she cruised to a 10.95, smiling before she even crossed the line. It wasn't her fastest, but it didn't need to be. "You already know what's coming," she said with a wink. "Don't blink." Social media went into meltdown. #Sha'Carri Storm trended globally within minutes. But amid the showmanship, make no mistake, Richardson is tuned in. And she's coming for gold. Sha'Carri Fraser Pryce, Jamaica. They call her the Pocket Rocket. But at 38, she's more like the eternal ember that refuses to dim. Sha'Carri's heat was clinical. No fuss. A textbook start, a relaxed acceleration, and a comfortable 10.98. The crowd roared not just for the time, but for what she represents: longevity, grace, and unyielding excellence. "It's not about proving people wrong anymore," she said, voice soft, smile warm. "It's about running for the little girls watching in Spanish Town. For the mothers. For legacy." She's not here for nostalgia. She's here to win. And no one's counting her out. Not after what she did in 2022 and 2023. A clash of generations. What makes Tokyo 2025 so captivating isn't just the raw speed. It's the intersections of eras. You have Julian Alfred, the Caribbean phenom. Neita, the poised European tactician. Jefferson-Wooden, the rising American juggernaut. Sha'Carri, the charismatic chaos. Fraser Pryce, the legend chasing one last crowning moment. It's like watching a relay race between decades, past, present, and future, all sprinting side by side. And only one can finish first. What's next? Semis loaded with fire. The semifinal matchups are already being called the most stacked in recent memory. Here's what's confirmed. Semi 1, Richardson, Neita, Tamari Davis, Mujinga Kambunji. Semi 2, Alfred, Dina Asher-Smith, Twanisha Terry. Semi 3, Fraser Pryce, Jefferson-Wooden, Marie-José, Talu Smith. Each semi is its own mini-final.